Good afternoon and welcome to the DCTV 4HU News and Weather program. Help keep our kids' news show on there by becoming a sponsor. To buy sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. The story is from the Denver Post. Colorado governor releases state's electric vehicle plans, saying, "We know that we can have a cleaner option." Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper on Wednesday released broad plans to foster growth in the state's already booming electric vehicle market, saying he believes the keys to economic development and clean air lie at least in part outside of the internal combustion engine. He says it takes a village, Hickenlooper told reporters when flanked in downtown Denver. Really, it takes a lack of silos to get electric vehicle framework in place. I think it really does a great job of catching Colorado's vision that we are going to have a network of fast charging stations. We're going to be able to address what's sometimes referred to as range anxiety, which were largely encompasses previous state electrical vehicle initiatives, calls for public-private partnerships to build out states' electric vehicle charging infrastructure, providing a constant refueling system across the state and Rocky Mountain West, and build new relationships to bolster investment in infrastructure. Also calls for updating road signage so electric vehicle owners know where fast charging stations are. While a timeline for the goals are not shared, Hickenlooper said, "Our original goal was to have a network of charging stations built in 5 years. Colorado already has 53 fast charging stations, but could need up to 632 under a high growth scenario according to the plan." Following starts in the Cortez Journal. Roadkill for dinner. Residents save a few bucks by harvesting meat. Within the running season, the Deer and Elk Mini Motors has seen a roadkill along the shores of US Highway 16550, and more frugal drivers may have wondered, hey, can't I harvest some of the meat? Joe Lindowski, spokesman of the Colorado Parks and Wildlife, said, "While practice is not encourages, that is to your advantage. Now, what you're doing, there's a permit residents can obtain within 48 hours after harvesting roadkill to make the acquisition legal and square with the state." Daniel Hines, a hunter and tanner for the past 17 years who harvests roadkill several times a year, says it's not a job for the squeamish. And does it take advantage of? Free meal are often up to your elbows and bloods and gut. Saying you have to deal with a lot of unpleasant smells is definitely not for everyone. Very, very rarely does the animal get hit only in the head, Hines said. Usually there's quite a bit of carnage. As a veteran hunter, Hines said he can assess good meat from bad, which is crucial in dealing with trauma an animal suffers after it's hit. Hindquarters and front quarters often run depending on where the animal was killed. Hines sees it as his duty to harvest meat. "I have a lot of respect for the animal and for the land where it came. It didn't want to see it go to waste," Hines said. Lance Gideon, another hunter, agrees the best thing about harvesting roadkill is the frugality and economical ethic behind that. It's a good thing to do. At least the meat doesn't go to waste, he said. Some people look at it like, oh, it's gross, but it tastes better than store-bought meat, Gideon said. Story from the Durango Herald. Discovery will to open February 17th. Durango's first retail and donation center, operated by Discover Goodwill of Southern and Western Colorado, will open with an all-day good celebration planned on February 17th. Discover Goodwill funds more than 70 device programs by selling donations in its thrift store and online. 90 cents on every dollar from sales goes back to support programs and services Discover Goodwill provides to assist those in need. We ask that you donate what you would to a neighbor, not what you would put out for waste management, he said. The retail and donation center at 1230 Escalante Drive near Escalante Middle School and Big O Tires will have a 15,620 square foot operation on a parcel with over 4.1 acres with plenty of parking. Its retail operations hours will be between from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays through Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sundays. Its donations hours will range from 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Mondays through Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Sundays. The center will be the 12th Discover Goodwill locations in Southern and Western Colorado and Hanford. Said the agency is looking to partner with nonprofits to mutually benefit each other's missions. Besides donations of clothing, appliances, and items typical of secondhand stores, Discover Goodwill has a partnership with Dell Computers and will recycle laptops and desktop computers. Haffer said, in addition, the center will accept donations of old vehicles with keys and vehicle title. Now for dumb laws. Dumb laws in Massachusetts cities. In Milford, peeping in windows of automobiles is forbidden. In the sleds may not be coasted down streets. It's illegal to excavate AC Street. In Newton, all families must be given a hug from the town mayor. In North Andover, an ordinance prohibits the use of space guns. In Woburn and Barts, it's actually illegal to walk around with a beer in your hand. Now here's the one with Hannah.
The current temperature is 32 degrees. The high for today was 35 degrees. The low was 16 degrees. The barometer is at 30.50 inches and is falling. The humidity is at 93%. The wind has been between 1 and 5 miles per hour from the southeast. Gusts have been up to 12 miles from the northeast. There have been 0.05 of inches moisture measured today by the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 0.68 hundredths of an inch. Moisture for the year is 0.68 hundredths of an inch. And now for the big map. Rain is falling along the Pacific coast from Washington into California. Yes. Snow mixed with rain picks up where the rain stops and goes into the middle of these 3 states. Guessing those are these. Snow is coming down from Idaho into Montana, Nevada, and the eastern California mountains. The west and the center of the country is clear. There is snow in Michigan from Ohio into western Pennsylvania and the snow into Tennessee and Kentucky border. All of those. And also, the southern tip of Florida is getting rain. Florida. Now here's your exclusive DCTV 5-day forecast. Thursday, breezy, high 48, low 23. Friday, mostly sunny, high 37, low 15. Saturday, mostly sunny, high 40, low 18. Sunday, mostly sunny, high. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, high sunny, low 41. Low 21. Monday, partly sunny, high 47, low 24. CO2, carbon dioxide, is one of the principal causes of climate change, and it is important that we report CO2 weekly change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability, resulting in significant swings worldwide of moisture and hot and cold temperatures. But it is important to note that the overall long-term climate trend is that the planet is warming. The following are the CO2 numbers in parts per million. For the week of January 21, this week, 407.92. Week before last, 408.16. 1 year ago, 406.09. 10 years prior, 385.94. Thank you, Dr. Peter Tanz of the National Oceanographic Atmosphere Administration and Michael McGee of the CO2 website for this information. Remember, you can help keep our kids' news show on air by buying a sponsorship. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. Thank you. Now back to our news director.
And that's the end of today's DCTV 4-H Evening News Program. This is your news director, the coach of the New York Jets, saying good night and thank you for watching. And by the way, the Jets do have a coach. I just don't know who he is. Okay. Good night.